What's up guys, Harris here, and today we're taking a look at the Microsoft Band. This will be my full review. This is Microsoft's newest product that incorporates a smartwatch and a fitness tracker into one body. Let's go ahead and find out if this $200 device is worth your money. The band is two things. It's a smartwatch, but it's also a fitness band, and there are definitely cues about this device that is a first generation product. Starting out with the design of it, it isn't the most ergonomic device, which is somewhat surprising and maybe even a bit ironic for a fitness band, something you're supposed to wear 24/7. It features sleep tracking, it features UV tracking, it has a GPS to track your runs and your steps and your heart rate, but something that you have on all the time should be really comfortable, and not to say this isn't comfortable, but it could be better. As I said in my initial unboxing and my initial review, I said that it wasn't the most comfortable device. It's not very ergonomic. The sides are thick, the bottom is thick, and the top is rectangular, which none of those really makes sense for something that's supposed to be wrapped around your wrist. Samsung kind of gets it with their gear items with the curved display, but Microsoft went for a rectangular top, which makes it not super comfortable. It also means that you essentially have to be wearing it screen side down. I don't really see that as a pro or a con, just something to know. It's got a nice clasp mechanism that you simply pinch to adjust it, and it's pretty easy to put on. Now, part of this device's bulk comes from all of its sensors. On the very bottom, we have the heart rate sensor, which gets your pulse and it can measure it, and really you can have it set to check it all throughout the day to monitor it. On the sides, I'm not sure exactly what is in it, but there's obviously some type of technology. And on the very top, we get the battery charger, which is a magnetic charger. It isn't a universal connector. It's similar to the Pebbles and some other smartwatches, but certainly not micro USB. It's just a cable that comes with it. Now, this guy also features UV sensors. It features the GPS, like I said, which is one of my favorite features, and a boatload of other features and sensors. And this is really a great device if you're trying to monitor multiple aspects, such as your sweat, your calories burned, your heart rate throughout the day. It really gives you a thorough and in-depth look at your health and your fitness. Of course, this is the fitness band, so it does have some great apps to sync all your data. You can also load workouts on here through the app on your phone, which is available on Windows, Android, iPhone, and even Mac. So before we take a dive into the phone software, the Microsoft software, let's go ahead and take a quick look at the software on the band itself. Now, I went really in depth with this in my initial review, so I'll leave that link in the description for you to check out. But I'm just going to brush on it basic because I did cover it so extensively in the other video. But basically, you have a Windows interface. You turn it on by pressing the larger button on the side, and it gives you the main screen with the time. Now, if you use the other button on the side, you can switch between the distance walked, your calories burned, your heart rate, your steps. Now, if you swipe it to the right, you get some quick indicators. You get your battery percentage. It shows you if it's tracking your heart rate, and then you get the Bluetooth icon. And swiping to the left reveals all your apps, which you can customize through the software on your phone or your computer. Now, basically, this is just all your apps. You can see you have messages here, which of course is a smart band, so you can get notifications. However, you can only respond if you have a Windows phone. Now, the only notifications that work with this would be basically built-in systems, such as messages, mail, calendar, and calls, so no third-party applications work with notifications on this. Of course, you get all of your other apps, including even Starbucks, which I got a free gift card with the purchase of this, so you can buy Starbucks kind of ironically with this watch. You also get your settings, which just has some quick information, but that's the interface with this. It's simple, it's intuitive, and I definitely like it. So now we're going to talk about the reason why I personally bought this for running. I'm a big runner, cross-country runner in high school, and this band has a built-in GPS, which alone was enough to make me to buy this, combined with the smartwatch and fitness capabilities, and this is really awesome. The GPS on here is really nice. I found it to be pretty accurate and very consistent. Now, while you're running, you get the distance traveled, you get the overall time, you get your current pace, as well as your heart rate, which is all really nice. Now, there isn't an overall pace for the whole run, which was disappointing. It only gives you your very current pace, but after each mile, it does vibrate and tell you your time for that mile, which is very nice. So this is a really nice feature that I found to be pretty accurate. And once you get back from your run, all you have to do is sync it with your phone, and it gives you a ton of insight. It tells you your duration, your calories burned, your best split, your average pace, your heart rate, your recovery time, which I found pretty funny. And it also gives you some graphs. It gives you the graph of your pace throughout the run, the heart rate, and the elevation throughout the run. And it also gives you the split for each mile. So it'll give you the time that it took you to run each mile, including your fastest and your slowest and your heart rate. So it gives you a lot of data from just this little band. Collecting data by itself which is really nice, and then it syncs with Runkeeper if you do have that signed up. Now, if there was one problem I found is that sometimes I would accidentally end a run. I would pause it by pressing the small button, and then I'd accidentally click the end button on the screen, which was a bit annoying. And then also sometimes I'd press resume or end, and it would take 2 tries to get it to work because the touchscreen wasn't always the most accurate and responsive. But this feature, if you're a techie runner or someone that's really wanting to run and get some other fitness devices, this Microsoft Band I would wholeheartedly recommend. Now, the band can also track your sleep. Now, this is a feature I found pretty cool, not particularly useful for my circumstances, my usage, but it definitely did get a lot of data, including a couple graphs you can see. It tells you when you fell asleep, how often you woke up, time to fall asleep, etc. And it's a pretty cool insight if you're someone who likes to track your sleep, kind of see how you do and maybe what times you wake up. It's a really cool feature, and all you have to do is put it basically in sleep mode with the sleeping app on the band, and that's it. Now, battery life was one disappointing aspect of this band. Microsoft promised 2 days, but that's really a stretch. Even if you don't do any activity tracking, you'll still not get a full 2 days. For me, I run every day, so that'll get me a maximum of a day and a few hours, but really nothing close to 2 hours. Basically, you have to charge it every day, which is a little bit disappointing from a band. Like I said, they're supposed to wear 24/7, you're supposed to sleep with, so I ended up just charging it while I took a shower, and that was good enough, because it is dust resistant and water resistant, but they recommend not getting it in water if you can at all cost. But back to battery life, definitely disappointing. If you use very, very light usage, maybe 2 days, but apart from that, you'll be charging it every day to every day and a half. So the Microsoft Band, a first generation device, certainly, but Microsoft did a lot right here. The nice touchscreen with good colors, the low price tag, the GPS, the cross-device compatibility, and the great software that it comes with. But then the design, a bit clunky, the battery life, not great for something supposed to wear 24/7, and some of these sensors could be a little bit more accurate. But I'm definitely enjoying this. I'm definitely going to keep it and use it all the time, as this is really my running companion to track my runs, to help me progress and become a better athlete, a better runner, and to be more fit in general, while giving me some notifications along the way. So this is the Microsoft Band. If you guys enjoyed this review, make sure you give it a thumbs up, as it took nearly 3 weeks in the making. Make sure you subscribe, follow me on Twitter, and I'll see all of you guys in the next one. Thank you very much for watching.